Yo, dopest community was popping. Yo, I saw the comments, man. I saw the comments. We was over there listening to like the other day we did a reaction to £1,000,000, right? And I saw in the comments everybody was like, "Nah, you gotta listen to the track that goes into it." So that's this one right here. All my life, I if I had, So I'm guessing this right here goes into £1,000,000 very well. Like I said, we got £1,000,000 on the channel. Make sure y'all check that out if y'all haven't. I'm hyped to hear this because I saw it multiple times. I saw it in the comments for the video on his page, £1,000,000. I seen it everywhere, so I know I've got to listen to it so I can hear how it transitions into that track. So yeah, I appreciate everybody showing. Thanks for all the love and support of the channel. Let's get right into this, man, because y'all got me hyped now. Let's go. Let's see what Potter got. Let's get it. Salute to Quincy, Age, and KZ for the production.
If my granddad weren't at Al Kibiti's family, my nan would have stayed in Ireland and mum wouldn't have had me. You probably think I'm lying if I told you exactly. I just know he was a sicko on the Guinness and brandy. And he was IRA, so he hated the English. My nan knew that this the last place that he'd come. She was right, I went back to see him buried, no air in his lungs. And I'm setting it in hell for my nana, you dumb. If my dad never walked in the African sun, daydreaming about England and having a son. From Algeria to Belgium, from Belgium to France. So far away from home, living life on the run. Then he made it cross the border, fell in love with my mum. She was fresh from Ireland, 17, so young. I was conceived in Barking and Dagenham, you cunt. No ifs or buts, it's just in my blood. What if I weren't born in Barking? Both my parents had a better start. The blame game's messy, I ain't starting. What if my nan never had a golden heart? And all them nights that I stayed out late in the park, what if she never let my arse in? What if I would've stayed Mars in school instead of selling crack for some fool who let me learn the game by myself, every rule? If I could go back, I would've robbed that pussy. Took his line and his food cause I don't like bullies. Wait, I did that. If you could've phoned me, you could've got your shit back. If I would've hit him, that was minimum a shitbag. If I was giving love instead of locked up so young, I probably wouldn't have been a shitbag. If I never did jail for the last 15, then I probably couldn't tell that you're all miskeens. Scenes that I've seen, man, it's just obscene. If music paid money back then, where would he be? Right here with me, running shit in my sleep. If I never met bills, I wouldn't be the man you see. If I showed you how to pick up all the pieces, digging deep. If you love me like I love you, then love is all you need. If Flex was here with me, that's all he would've needed. If Reese was here with me, that's all he would've needed. I got ghetto angels walking with me, are you seeing this? When I touch keys like a pianist. Elegant with it, in my element with it. Get my weapon and spin it. Back when they sent me young offenders. In July or December, who remembers? Every time I lost a couple more brethrens. Every time I came home to more tension. If I have to watch another EastEnders. If I have to entertain these pretenders. If I wasn't let down all my life. Broke with no hope all my life. Then I wouldn't have sold drugs all my life. Went in and out of jail all my life. And I know if my nan was alive, she'd be proud of everything I have and what I built from the ground. I went my own way, look how I split from the crowd. I'm taking your head if I come for the crown. Lung full of loud, if I never go gold, I'm triple platinum in these streets. I'm renowned with this sound, I'm profound. I used to think I could never go broke if I had £1,000,000, if I had £1,000,000.
Okay.
Shit. What if I had £1,000,000?
Yeah, man. That transition is crazy. Oh shit. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, damn right. Okay, all right, okay, yeah, all right. So it's transition. All right, that's a smooth transition too. With this sound, I'm profound. I used to think I could never go broke if I had £1,000,000. If I had £1,000,000, and then he gets in the whole "if I had £1,000,000" track. Yeah, man. Okay, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like when I did Train Day 3, everybody was like, "Dang, man, come on, man. Like why you do Train Day 3 all stream?" Because I just had to hear y'all hyped it up so much. But like I said, I'm taking my time with this joint right here, man. Real back in style. I'm going through all these tracks, track for track with y'all, and I'm loving the feedback I'm getting. But if I listened to it by myself, I would have called all that. But I'm loving this right now, man. I'm loving like the energy and everything. I'm loving the recommendations, what to play next, man. It's dope, man. You guys are the dopest. So all right, so damn, man, so much to unpack here, dog. He was going in, man. And then once again, we got Potter with the passion right there, the passion behind his lines and everything. Like he's going in. Shit, man, damn. Pretty much he's breaking down. He's breaking down like where he's from. What if this wouldn't happen? What if that wouldn't happen? What if I wasn't born? And all that stuff. That's crazy. How he said like his what when he was talking. Who was he talking about? Who the hell is he talking about? Yeah, so his granddad was in the IRA. Now the IRA, man, yo, I know you got you UK people, England. I know y'all know what time it is when it comes to that. But for my fellow Americans that are listening to this, man, the IRA, yo, they went so damn hard. The Irish Republican Army, they went so hard, dog. Historically, like when we was living in England, that's where I learned about them, and I was like, yo, they go hard. I heard they was out here, like y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but what I found out, what I was learning over there was that you had Britain trying to overtake territory, and then they was able to conquer some of Ireland but not all of it because the IRA came through. They rose up and they started defending their people. They was taking like the guns from the like British soldiers and like covering their masks. They put the ski mask on and all that stuff, wearing their armor, wearing like the British Army's armor. The joint is crazy, man. Y'all, if y'all haven't researched it, man, go check that joint out. The IRA, they ain't to be fucked with, man. So when he was talking about the IRA, I was like, damn, I didn't know his granddad was in the IRA. But all right, so look, so let's get into it, y'all. So the track starts with dope production from Quincy, AGE, and KZ. So Aaron Goldluck, I guess that's AG right there, and KZ the producer, and Quincy. All right, so yeah, let's get back into it, y'all. This beat is fire. And then the way he starts cooking, man, he starts going crazy, man. I like how Potter, he starts off like kind of cool, then he starts, you can tell, and it's just like he starts off cool, then after that he starts passing. So he starts off, he's like, my granddad weren't an alky and beat his family. So if my granddad wasn't an alcoholic and he beat his family, my nan would have stayed in Ireland and my mom wouldn't have had me. So he's saying like if his granddad wouldn't have did what he did, it wouldn't have caused his nan to move away from Ireland and his mom wouldn't have had him. He was like, so, obviously his grandma had his mom, so that's what he's talking about. So he's like, you probably think I'm lying if I told you exactly. I just know he was a sicko on the Guinness and brandy. So we're talking about Guinness, obviously, you know what I'm saying, the stout, Guinness stout. Then we're talking about brandy. So then he's like, and he was IRA, so he hated the English. And that's what I was talking about when I was talking about the whole, the English and all that stuff coming to like Ireland and like the IRA defending their, their territory and all that. My nan knew that it was the last place that he come. She was right. I went back to see him buried, no air in his lungs. So he's like, the last time he saw his dad is when he went back after he died. So, I wonder if that was the first time. Yeah, I think that was the first time. Like, I guess he never met his grandpa. Because based on what he's saying, he said, if my nan wouldn't have stayed in Ireland, my mom wouldn't have had me. You probably think I'm lying if I told you exactly. I just know he was a sicko on the Guinness and brandy, and he was IRA, so he hated the English. My nan knew that it was the last place that he come. She was right. I went back to see him buried. So he obviously never came looking for it and everything because he didn't like the English because he was part of the IRA. But yeah, he was cooking early, man. He got into the bag early. He had my full attention from like the first bar. Let's go.
If my granddad weren't out, could be his family. My nan would have stayed in Ireland and mum wouldn't have had me. You probably think I'm lying if I told you exactly. I just know he was a sicko on the Guinness and brandy. And he was IRA, so he hated the English. My nan knew that this the last place that he'd come. She was right, I went back to see him buried, no air in his lungs.
Crazy. I'm setting it in hell for my nan. Are you dumb? If my dad never walked in the African sun, so obviously we all know that, Potter's like half African and everything. He's like, my dad never walked in the African sun, daydreaming about England and having a son from Algeria to Belgium, from Belgium to France. It's like he's breaking down like where he came from in his family. So far away from home, living a life on the run. Then he made it across the border, fell in love with my mom. So pretty much he's talking about where his dad went. So I'm guessing from reading this, his dad is from Africa and everything. He was daydreaming about England and he wanted to have a son. He went from Algeria to Belgium, from Belgium to France, so far away from home. And I guess from there he ended up crossing the border to England, and then that's where he met his mom at. So that right there is dope to me right there. That's fire to me. Or did like is this mom? Y'all let me know, man. I'm trying to remember if his mom French or is she English? I'm trying to remember. I think she's English, man. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. I'm fucking it up. Let's go.
And I'm setting it in hell for my nana, you dumb. If my dad never walked in the African sun, daydreaming about England and having a son. From Algeria to Belgium, from Belgium to France, so far away from home, living life on the run. Then he made it cross the border, fell in love with my mum.
Love it right there, man. I love how smooth it is, man. And then he was like, she was fresh from Ireland. That's, man, I'm so stupid, y'all. My dumb ass, man. My bad. I'm over here just not even connecting the lines. Obviously, she's Irish. You know what I'm saying? She's Irish, and they met in England. So that's what it was. So his grandma fled to England because she was running away from his granddad, right? And then his mom was born in England, but Irish descent, obviously. And then his dad, his dad came from Algeria, and because dad's Algerian, so his dad met his mom in England, so they both met in England, which is crazy to me. It's like they both were trying to get away from where they were, and then they had him. So he's saying if all this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have been born and everything. He's like, they made it across the border, fell in love with my mom. She was fresh from Ireland, 17, so young. I was conceived in Barking and Dagenham. He was like, and so he's pretty much telling you where he's from. He said you cut, like, so he's obviously talking to some people. I guess people question where he's from and all that stuff. So I can hear that anger in his tone when he says that. He's like, no ifs or buts. It's just in my blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm really from here. I'm really from where I say I'm from. What if I weren't born in Barking? Both of my parents had a better start. The blame game's easy. I ain't starting, so he's not gonna blame nobody. He's like, it's too easy to blame people. What if my nan never had a golden heart? And all them nights that I stayed out late in the park, what if she never let my ass in? What if I would have stayed my ass in school instead of selling crack for some fool? He was cooking, man. He's telling you about his life. So like people I know, man, this is one of them tracks that if I'm trying to put some homies on a pot of paper and they hear some songs from him, I will play this one for them because you get to know really who he is. He's breaking down like where he's from and everything. And I really appreciate this track because I'm starting to learn, like, this right here like connects me with his music even more, the way he's breaking it down. Because of course I knew he was like half African. I know his dad was Algerian, all that stuff, but it's like I ain't really gonna say the specifics, but I'm gonna say as much as this track has.
She was fresh from Ireland, 17, so young. I was conceived in Barking and Dagenham, you cunt. No ifs or buts, it's just in my blood. What if I weren't born in Barking? Both my parents had a better start. The blame game's messy, I ain't starting. What if my nan never had a
My bad, messy, not easy.
golden heart? And all them nights that I stayed out late in the park. What if she never let my ass in? What if I would've stayed my ass in school instead of selling crack for some fool?
Instead of selling crack for some fools. So obviously, the person he was moving shit for, they didn't get along. Who let me learn the game by myself? Every rule, if I could go back, I would have robbed that pussy. Took his line and his food because I don't like bullies. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he was being bullied and everything. He's like, yo, if I can go back, I would have got him. Wait, I did that. If you could have phoned me, you could have got your shit back. If you would call me, you could have got your shit back. I did do that. If I would have hit him, that was minimum a shit bag. If I was giving love instead of locked up so young, you know what I'm saying? If he had love, instead of getting locked up so young, I probably would have been a shit bag. If I never did jail for the last 15, then I probably couldn't tell you. Well, I probably couldn't tell that you're all mistake. Well, you're all my bad, y'all. I'm fucking these words up, y'all. Then he's like, if I never did jail the last 15, then I probably couldn't tell that you're all miskeens. Y'all break down what miskeen is. Scenes that I seen, man, is just obscene. If music paid money back, then where would he be? So he's over here like breaking down his life and everything. He's got a lot of what ifs. If this wouldn't have happened, this would have happened. But I'm appreciative for this because I would have been a shitbag if I didn't go through this. I wouldn't have appreciated this if I wouldn't have went through this. It's dope, man.
You let me learn the game by myself, every rule. If I could go back, I would've robbed that pussy. Took his line and his food, cause I don't like bullies. Wait, I did that. If you could've phoned me, you could've got your shit back. If I would've hit him, that was minimum a shit bag. If I was giving love instead of locked up so young, I probably wouldn't have been a shit bag.
I like that right there. If I was giving love instead of locked up so young, I probably wouldn't have been a shitbag.
If I never did jail for the last 15, then I probably couldn't tell that you're all miskeens. Scenes that I've seen, man, it's just obscene.
Music paid money back, then where would I be? Right here with me, running shit in my sleep. If I never met Blitz, I wouldn't be the man you see. Shout outs to Blitz. If I showed you how to pick all these pieces, digging deep.
If music paid money back then, where would he be? Right here with me, running shit in my sleep. If I never met bills, I wouldn't be the man you see. If I showed you how to pick up all the pieces, digging deep. If you love me like...
See, if I did I say Blitz or Bills? My bad, y'all. It's Bills. He's like, if you love me like I love you, then love is all you need. I love that right there, because I tell people all the time on my channel, man, I feel like love is the only law. I feel like the reason why people hate each other, why wars happen, because of the lack of love. When you love somebody, man, and you love people, you're not gonna harm them. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Like that's what I'm saying. A lot of people say it's all love, but when I say that shit, I mean it. So if somebody's like, yo, man, I appreciate the channel, I'm like, yo, all love, man, and respect to you. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I was taught growing up is like, you respect everybody that's in front of you until they give you a reason not to. You know, so, and then that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you never know what people are on, but if you treat everybody the same, then now you have the decision to treat them differently based on what they do behind your back, to your face, whatever type of vibes you get and all that other stuff. So I feel like, you know, when you love somebody, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, you start, like when you respect everybody, it's easier to love because you get to weed out the bad people. So if you respect everybody and then somebody that you end up kicking it with, like it ends up being a day one, you be like, yo, man, I remember the first time you met me, man, it was all love from there. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just, it becomes a thing and all that stuff. So, you know, like my pops told me when I was growing up, like when I was in high school, when I was in school period, I had a whole lot of people I consider homies. And my pops told me, he's like, yo, man, he was like, I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of homies and all that stuff. He's like, but I'm telling you, when you get older, you could be able to count them on one hand, maybe two if you're lucky. I was like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. He's like, you're going to have associates. He's like, but you ain't going to have homies and brothers. Like, he was like, you'll be able to count them on maybe 1 to 10 fingers. You know, over 5 if you're lucky. And he's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. Like, it ain't, and I don't even, like, it ain't even no malice. It's just people grow apart. Life happens. You know what I'm saying? But the people that stay around you and everything and support you, those are the ones that you got to love and the ones that you support as well. So, salute to everybody out there that got day one homies, man.
Like I love you then, love is all you need. If Flex was here with me, that's all he would have needed. If Reese was here with me, that's all he would have needed.
So I like that right there. He's like, if you love me like I love you, then love is all you need. That's why he starts naming his homies. If Flex was here with me, that's all he would have needed. If Reese was here with me, that's all he would need. He's talking about love. I got ghetto angels walking with me. Are you seeing this? So obviously, you know, his homie Flex and his homie Reese passed away. That's why he's saying I got ghetto angels walking with me. Are you seeing this? When I touch keys like a pianist. Like, you know what I'm saying? The piano and everything. Elegant with it. In my element with it. Like, I'm elegant with it and I'm in my element with it. Get my weapon and spin it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what he's talking about. Back when they sent me young offenders on July or December. Who remembers? Every time I lost a couple of my brethrens. Every time I came home to more tension, if I have to watch another EastEnder, if I have to entertain these pretenders, if I wasn't let down on my life, broke with no hope on my life. So I love this. He's saying if all this didn't happen, I wouldn't be who you see today, man. So it's like we all had trials and tribulations, but you learn from them and they make you who you are. That's like even with me, man. I wouldn't change shit when it comes to my life. There's little tweaks I would have done, but I wouldn't fully change anything in my life, except for people that I know that passed away, my loved ones. I would have spent more time with them. That's probably like my only regret that I have when it comes to life and everything, because I'm learning every single day.
I got ghetto angels walking with me, are you seeing this? When I touch keys like a pianist. Elegant with it, in my element with it. Get my weapon and spin it. Back when they sent me young offenders. In July or December, who remembers? Every time I lost a couple more brethrens. Every time I came home to more tension. If I have to watch another EastEnders. If I have to entertain these pretenders. If I wasn't let down all my life. Broke with no hope all my life.
Talking, man. And then like my favorite, if you guys familiar with the channel, y'all know my favorite instrument, man. I think like my favorite instrument when as far as production goes is the piano, man. So like I'm a sucker for the piano. I love pianos. But he's like, if I wasn't let down on my life, broke with no hope on my life, then I would have sold drugs on my life, went in and out of jail on my life. And I know if my nan was alive, she'd be proud of everything I have and what I built from the ground. I went my own way. Look how I split from the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Went my own way, split from the crowd. He didn't go the same way everybody else is going. I'm taking your head if I come for the crown. Like, so it's like I'm not coming to take just the crown, man. I'm taking your head with it. It's like I'm taking it all. You know what I'm saying? And I like how he said, like, I like how he said it, man. Like, it's just, I be paying attention to little stuff. He's like, you know, because Potter's in a lane of his own. He's not trying to be I mean, you could say he's trying to be the best, but he's not like he's like, I have options. So I listen to, like, when people write, this is what I listen to. He was like, I went my own way. Look how I split the crowd. I'm taking your head if I come for the crown. He could have said, when I come from the crown, when I come for the crown, I'm taking your head. Or I'm taking your head off with the crown. He's saying, I'm taking your head if I come for the crown. If I decide to come for the crown, I'm taking your head with it. You can have it. Whoever over there has the crown. If I want it, I'm gonna take it. I'm taking your head with it. That right there is dope. Lung full of loud. If I never go gold, I'm triple platinum in the streets. I'm renowned. Fire.
Then I wouldn't have sold drugs all my life. Went in and out of jail all my life. And I know if my nan was alive, she'd be proud of everything I have and what I built from the ground. I went my own way, look how I split from the crowd. I'm taking your head if I come for the crown. Lung full of loud, if I never go gold, I'm triple platinum in these streets.
Oh, that shit, man. I'm a triple platinum in the streets. I'm profound. What do you say? I'm renowned with this sound. I'm profound. I used to think I could never go broke if I had £1 million. If I had £1 million, then it transitions to if I had £1 million.
I'm renowned with this sound. I'm profound. I used to think I could never go broke if I had £1 million. If I had £1 million, shit. What if I had £1 million?
If I had £1 million, I'd probably put all my friends on and put the rest in the ground. If I had £1 million, I have to watch everyone around me. I seen bear snakes in my old vids. If I had $1 million cash, it wouldn't be enough. They're probably still gonna call me broke. And if I had $1 million, I throw it at my pagans until them pussies go and buy guns. Going hard, man. Salute to y'all in the comments and let me know what broke means is broke. So shout outs to y'all, man. I'm still learning and everything, man. But yeah, man, to say the least, this track was fire. Potter was really cooking. I really enjoyed it. You guys won't lying at all. 1000%. Y'all was 1,000,000% right. All my life if I had. It's crazy. All my life if I had ... And then the next track is £1 million. So you put together all my life if I had £1 million. That right there is dope. It's like 2 tracks in one. When you put the titles together, it tells a story. It's dope, man. And then that one right there, man, £1 million. That one, if y'all haven't seen it, man, y'all make sure y'all watch it. I'm gonna link it up here in the video and everything over on this side right here, so y'all can check it out if y'all haven't already, man. But yeah, I appreciate all love and support of the channel. I'm really digging this album, y'all. So far, when it comes to this album, we've done Real Back in Style, we've done Quite Befitting, we've done All My Life, we've done £1 million, we've done White Ash, Blame Brexit, What They Ain't. So yeah, we've done a few, man. We still got a lot more to do, and I can't wait to get into it, man. So I appreciate you guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think is up next, or what we should have next. It's going to be dope. I can't wait for it, man. Protect your peace with your peace. Stay away from negativity and naysayers. Appreciate all the love and support for the channel. If you guys are having a great day, I hope you have a better one, and I will holler at you on the next one. Love you guys. Y'all be easy. Peace.